Hello, good morning. Not sure if you guys can hear me. This is what I revert to today is on my cell phone. I don't know why my setup on my laptop is not working this morning. Um, I was all prepared. I got a new mic, I got everything set up, but it did not work. So today you get cell phone quality live video, although the content is going to be good. So my apologies for being 5 minutes late. And I'm also starting to sweat a little bit, so that's not good, right? So welcome. Good seeing everybody again. Send a comment if you're there, just so I can know who's live. Appreciate you guys and your support. So today's message, what I want to talk about today, being the new year. I know my last one was the very first day of the new year. Today I want to talk about how to start 2021 differently than every other year. So these are some tips and tricks that I say the high achievers continually do all the time. And a lot of it is, the one I want to focus on today is self-evaluation, right? Is the ability to evaluate where we're at and course correct as we need to. Because a lot of people set New Year resolutions, we can call them New Year wishes, because by end of January, early February, people already abandon what they set out to do. If they don't have these things structured in place to help make sure they stay on track to what they set out to do at the beginning of the year. So the self-evaluation is so key. Is the critical thinking questions that you ask yourself to make sure you're on track to what you want to do, right? So this has been around for a long time. Steve Siebel calls it objective reality with critical thinking questions. Tony Robbins calls it being realistic. You know, he goes, I'm not an optimistic. I don't see things for better than what it is. I definitely don't see things for it to be worse than what it is. I see it for what it is. And, you know, there's only one truth, guys. It's just repackaged in different ways. So nothing's really different. I'm just hoping if you guys are tuning in, maybe my way of delivery speaks to you a little bit more, and you can get a few things out of it to make sure your year turns out what you intended to be. You know, we're January 5th, 6th right now. I want by the end of this year, you look back and this year you set out to do certain things and you get it accomplished within that time frame. So here's the critical thinking questions that I ask every month to myself. You can do it on a weekly basis. Daily, it would be called journaling. Maybe not all the questions daily. Annually, I ask these when I set goals. So here I go. I'm going to give you my questions that I ask on a monthly basis. So the first one is, what was the most memorable part of this past month? And describe it. Now, why that's important is because, man, we live. This is life, and we're here to create memories. And sometimes in the busyness of life, we don't stop to enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. So every month we got to take some time to describe some of the more memorable parts and intentionally create these memories on what was important to you. So that's number one. Number two, what were the three biggest lessons you've learned in this past month? Now, if it's going too fast, because we got limited time today, I'll post it in the comments for you guys, all right? Number two is, what are the three biggest lessons I've learned in this past month? Okay, now, this one's very key. You got to do it in a way that serves you. It has to be in a way where there's no judgment, all right? You see, failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is a part of success. It actually has to be there for us to grow and succeed. So the three biggest lessons is not a negative thing. It's not something to beat yourself up. It really is just to evaluate and course correct, right? So sometimes when we give advice to a friend or someone close to us, we're very gentle. We're very nice, you know. We just go, okay, that's just an obstacle. Learn from it, move on. We're quite polite. However, when it comes to ourselves, we beat ourselves up a lot, and it doesn't actually serve us. So when you go into what is the three biggest lessons that I've learned this past month, do it in a way where it's not non-judgmental, right? The more you learn, the more lessons you learn, the faster you grow, the closer you're going to be to your goals and dreams, okay? So that's number two. Number 3 is review your past month and assess your priorities. Are you happy with where you invested your time? And if not, how are you going to shift that the next month? Okay? So where did you invest your time? What priorities did you put your time towards? And are you happy with it? If not, these course correcting month to month allows you to not drift too far, right? We don't want a year down the road and realize we're totally off track, right? Talking about being in shape, we don't get out of shape overnight. It's one Timbit at a time, you know what I mean? Right? For those who are not in Canada, I think some countries call it what, donut holes or whatever it might be, those little donut balls that is like snack size. It tricks you. You end up eating 20 of them, right? That's number 3 is where are you assessing, where did you invest your time? Is it to the proper priorities? And if not, switch it up. Number 4, what did you accomplish this past month that you are the most proud of? And that's big, because if you're proud of it, it feels good. That's the energy you put out there to the universe. It will attract more, right? So as much as we put in the challenges, the lessons that we learn to course correct, it's important to stop and look at what did I do well and what do I want to celebrate to have more in my life, right? We got to stop to celebrate. I find a lot of high achievers, they work, they go, and they don't stop to celebrate the wins along the way. That's one thing I wish I would have done more, is celebrated more along the way, right? So I do that monthly now. How are you different from this month to last month? Because progress is true happiness, right? So if you can see your progress on how you're growing from month to month, you tend to be easier on yourself. You tend to look at those the 3 biggest lessons that you need to learn, more of a stepping stone to become the ultimate version of yourself, right? So to track your progress from month to month is very important, okay? Next one is what or who are you especially grateful for this past month? And that's one of the biggest things I can tell people to do is a gratitude journal. You know, it's very tough to be grateful and be a victim all at the same time. It's almost next to impossible. So if we're going to focus on something, I want to focus on the things that I'm grateful for in my life. And you have this reticular activating system in your brain that picks out what's important to you in your life. So the more stuff we write down that we're grateful for, you're just going to attract more amazing things into your life. The last one is name 3 things that you can improve on this upcoming month. And what concrete actions can you take to work towards these improvements? Okay? Once again, name 3 things you can improve this upcoming month. What concrete actions can you take towards these improvements? And that's massive, guys. Just think about that. If every month you just put a couple things that you can get better at, right? Just think about that. If you just got better 0.3% a day over a year over year, you're 100 times better all the time. So on a monthly basis, you always got to look at what is it that I can improve? What can I work better at to be more effective the following month, right? So those are the questions that I go through on a monthly basis. I want to share that with you guys today so that 2021 can turn out better than your 2020. And you're designed to, and you're supposed to be better year after year and grow as life goes on. So these are the questions I want to share with you today to make sure this year turns out differently than every other year, and be intentional in your growth, be intentional what you want to accomplish, be intentional with who you want to become. And man, I'm excited to be on this journey with you guys. I hope that served you today. Once again, my apologies for technology not working and being a few minutes behind. I'll figure that out before Friday, because I'm on at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time every Wednesday and every Friday. So if you guys got value from that today, send me a like, a heart. Thank you for all the comments. Welcome, everybody. Share. You never know who can use that. And one last one, which is what's awesome here today. I'm going to launch a course, and I need some, I don't know what to call it, not test subjects. What's the nice word for that? I want some people to go through the course and give me some feedback before I actually launch it out. So like a soft launch, right? So the first 5 people that type this word, I'm going to pull that up right there if you can see it. You type that in the comment, then I'm going to have you sit in. No charge. We appreciate your time and your feedback to me. and allows me to tweak the course to its ultimate best before we launch it to everybody else. So if you want to be a part of that and give me some feedback on that course, type this word in the comment. Is all timestamped, so the first 5 you're in. All right, so the word is paradigm, and I typed it out too because I'm not good at spelling. So paradigm, first 5 that types paradigm in the comments. I'll get you details on when that course is going to be, and I appreciate your feedback. So once again, thanks for being here. Thanks for helping us grow this community. All comments are welcome, and I love all you guys' feedback, and thanks for being here. So go crush the day. We appreciate you, and I'll see you guys here Friday morning. Bye, guys. Finish.